Hey, it's Ebony, and we're back again with another episode of RnB Vibes. And I have someone that is quite interesting. His name is k.forest. What's up, k.forest?
What's up, Ebony? What you doing? We outside.
We outside, we outside. Now,
Yeah.
what's cool about you, I think that you're my first Canadian artist. I think I'm right. I think I'm right.
First one? First one
First
ever?
one. I don't have a lot of first one ever. I don't think I have a lot of Canadian artists. I had my first artist from Europe like last week on. I was like, oh, from Paris. And now here I have someone from Toronto. So I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. I'm gonna need you to put me on game. Tell me about the music scene, the R&B scene, especially in Toronto.
Well, right now it's growing. We're definitely getting a lot of traction. Thank you to obviously the boy, and there's obviously the ongoing rap thing that they got going on between Drake, Kendrick Lamar. But I would say like right now it's been beautiful. Especially the R&B scene that I'm more involved in. I would say it's grown a lot. The lyrics have improved. The beat selection. It used to be a lot darker, if we're being honest. Like way back, yeah, it used to be very dark. Like think like weekend vibes times 100. Just super emotional, super like some people say like emo, but yeah, it's changed. Now we're speaking patois a little bit more, and look Jamaican, throwing that in the mix. So definitely.
Oh, you can speak patois. It's like, how do you pronounce it? Patois? How do you say it? Help me out.
Is it? Come on, you can speak
I said it
patois,
right.
patois, yeah.
I went to Jamaica for a week. For 1 week,
Uh-huh.
and I thought I had it locked in. I was, I can say nope, can't say not one thing, one single thing.
How's that tan when you came back though?
Whew, I was a beautiful chocolate woman. Now
That
that's
tan's
what
different.
it's different. It is very different. Now, tell me, being an artist, trying to discover yourself, finding your sound. How was that? What were some challenges you went through discovering yourself in the beginning stages of being an artist?
Being comfortable with the idea that like I don't have to be in a box. Like people would be like, okay, if you blow up off of like one track, like people would be like expecting you to like put out music like that for the rest of your career, right? So like you may put something out and they'll be like, oh, that's not like Link, or that's not like Guidance. We need more of that. And even when I first got to LA, they was asking for that. They was like, yo, we need more of these. In the back of my head, I'm like, yo, I low key just want to make R&B like or sing. I don't want to just do dance music all the time or like turn up music. I want to kind of balance it out. I've always felt like as I was pretty well rounded. So I'm like, I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't really check off those boxes. If I just said, okay, they only want this, so I'm gonna give them that. So I think that to me, that was probably one of my biggest challenges, for sure.
But did you always find yourself to be a singer? I know you mix the hip hop and singing, but were you always confident when it came to your voice?
Hell no. I just, every day, jump in the shower, you get better and better. Yes. and then lo and behold, you're professional. You're like, oh shit, it's amazing.
Come through, and this is where we put in this interview is sponsored by Irish Springs. So tell me though, it's kind of funny reading about you because I saw how you and I guess you have sibling rivalry.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
How did that come in play when it came to finding your voice and even learning about music and stuff?
Yeah, my sister thinks she's better than me at everything. So that will never end. Yeah, big sisters. So we're always gonna be going back and forth. She got a great voice. I don't know if it's mine, but she got a good voice. And, But yeah, no, it's something that we've been doing since we were kids. Literally, just back and forth. I've tried to push her a little bit to try and get more involved in like trying to like progress with her voice a little bit more and like be out there and let people know that she can actually sing, but she's never gonna do it. So I'm here on her behalf. So
would you ever try to put her on a track, maybe? in the future?
She's asked me a few times, but that would include royalties and percentages. I don't know if I want to give that to her right now.
Oh,
She owes me a lot. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. No, hell yeah. No, maybe one day. Put her on some.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, I love how, even though it was early, just sibling rivalry, which is fun. It kind of taught you about competition and how this game is. Everybody wants to compete,
For
and
sure.
you're not really a competitive person. At least you don't give that vibe.
I'm super competitive. I get in the studio, I'm trying to kill something. I'm trying to take I don't care. Listen, whether you're making a love song, rap song, I don't care. Like if I'm in the studio with you, I'm trying to body you, 100%.
Okay,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
He's coming for bodies and body bags and toe tags and
Everything.
everything.
Toe tags,
Everything.
everything. Come pick them up.
Well, let's go into more about your music, your lyricism. I find
Mhm.
it funny because, of course, like everybody, they talk about what they're going through, struggle, pain, what they see. But it's funny how you really include everything, even in your song "Bad Neighbors." Literally about bad neighbors. Tell us that story.
Yeah, they calling the police on me for bumping music too loud. Sheesh.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, that'll never stop. People don't like loud music, but they also didn't understand the dream at the time too, right? So I get it. It is what it is. They're no longer my neighbors, thankfully, and I got better neighbors now, and they're more understanding. Even though I'd be going to like 4 a.m. in the morning, so just want to say thank you. Before I had bad neighbors, now I got good neighbors. Very different now.
Bad neighbors and good neighbors. Now, what was the story behind? Because now it just makes me even more ask about the story behind different songs. I told you how what brought me on was Sweet and Sour and a One Night Stand. Were these situations that you dealt with in your love life, or were these stories that you heard? Tell me those influences of those songs.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sweet and Sour. Somebody left a really bad taste in my mouth. So that's why when you hear the hook, it's like it tastes like cyanide. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they left it's like somebody's so fine, they're so bad, but it's like, how could somebody look like this and just be a demon? They're like, like what happened? Like who raised you? You know what I'm
Who
saying? Like
hurt
you gotta
you?
be, yeah, it's crazy. ONS, yeah, that was like having fun. You're young, dumb. You meet
Yeah,
somebody, hit it off, and that's kind
just
of how that
happened.
came about. And they earned a record for me.
Well, that is very notable. I guess amazing. A great little acknowledgement. Like, hint, hint. You get that. Like, you get a song from me from that good night that we've had.
For sure, for sure.
Well, so tell me. You sing about love. You talk about love.
Yeah.
Who is k.forest as a lover, as an intimate person in a relationship? Who is that person in comparison to you as an individual?
Um, like I would say, like if I could put two people in a room, it would be like you're mixing like Denzel Washington with like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh Lord.
That's
Okay.
that's the best way I can put it, and maybe a little Future, like sprinkle Future in there a little bit, just to keep it interesting. So
Just
that's a for sure.
And I think we get that when you say that. It's funny because it brings me to your song Thug Passion. I'm just like, oh, thugs have feelings too.
Mm-hmm. You must listen to Pac.
Just a little bit of Pac, a
Yeah,
little Biggie, so I can
yeah,
I can catch on to the wave. But it's cool. Like you can still be this. The word I gotta use is thuggish, but it's hip hop. It's of that culture.
yeah.
You can be of that and still have a little bit of sensitivity and vulnerability within you, right?
Absolutely. I think you have to. I mean, you have to write life, not music, right? So
Okay.
yeah, amen.
So tell me about this, Jamaican culture and your Canadian background. How do those two marry? Do they ever they come together in your music? How do you do that?
Yeah. How do I merge like the sounds and like
Yeah,
everything?
the sounds,
Um,
the influences, all of that.
Honestly, like I would say because Canada as a whole is such a blank canvas, you can paint it however way you want it. And my identity growing up as a Jamaican, like in the culture, the food, the parties, I always say the party them, you know what I'm saying? All right. Like it was easy to kind of just merge with what Toronto was doing and what I've already just grew up with, right? It was just like whether it was the slang, and the slang is incorporated how we talk now, like mandem, like yo wagwan, like that's a thing, like it's all Jamaican. You know, so it was easy to just kind of put it in the music and bring it forward. You know, it's like it's who we are. So I think everyone's Jamaican here at this point. If you hear me say somebody here say Wagwan or Yo Cruddy or, you know, you hear somebody say yeah, eh? They're definitely Jamaican. Even if they look white, they're Jamaican. Like, honestly.
I think that if anything from this interview, if your listeners don't find a new way of understanding you, they definitely going to walk away with 6 new Jamaican words. Because I swear, I've learned so much just now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just were you born and raised in Canada, or where? I know you have your Jamaican heritage, but were you born and raised? Okay, so how did you learn a patois? Like, how did you catch that up? Was your family just speaking that around the house?
Yeah, you know, somebody, you do something you're not supposed to do, and your mom say, "Hey, boy, come here right now." You know what I'm saying? You hear that, you know, and then you just. That's it. That's really it. Like you just around it, you know. And you do, like I said, do something you're not supposed to do. You're gonna hear a lot of it. That's it.
So would you be interested in creating just a solid Jamaican, I guess, type of track or music? Would you be interested in speaking the patois tongue, and that is it on a track? Would you be interested on that?
A whole album? Sheesh. I mean, why not? Damn. I think that'd be dope. I would love to do that. That's a great idea, actually. You just gave me an idea.
Oh, okay. 10% for me, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So so tell me, where are we going now with the music? What is the story that you're trying to tell as you're currently making music, writing music as always? What are you trying to tell now?
More of my life. More of the crazy stuff that I'm doing every day to day. That's always what it's gonna be for me. Just telling people, bringing people into my world. And now that I've gotten a lot older, I'm not 21, so it's like now I'm like, all right, let me give them grown experiences, things that I'm dealing with, like internally within family, or you know, what it truly means to like in a more committed relationship, things of that sort, and like the depths of it, really going deeper than I used to, right? But I'm also going to be dropping a lot of bops too. Like, I am having a lot of fun, so that's where the other side of it's going to come out this year. Crazy.
Well, you know, I find it interesting. Of course, as an artist, you want to invite people in. That's the way to gain fans and stuff like that. But how do you separate yourself and say, okay, this is my me time. This is for me. Y'all have what's for y'all. This is me. How do you separate yourself from being an artist to just being you as an individual?
I mean, God does it for me, to be honest. Like, I'm just me. Like, so I come in a room, like I already know whatever I have, you don't have it, and whatever you got, I don't have it, right? And I just appreciate from whatever I have or whatever, you know, gifts I got for what it is and make the most out of it. So yeah, He does all that work for me.
Now, tell me, you know, I love when you speak of God and your spirituality. Does that come into play with the music as well sometimes? Are you having those personal one-on-ones with God and just being, okay, here's all this is the truth of it all, just unshedding self?
For sure. Yeah, you got to be tapped in. I mean, everything's spiritual, right? If you really want to get deep and you really want to touch people and you want the music to actually like resonate with somebody, you got to be in tune. If you're not in tune, it's not gonna change anyone's life. Like, you're not gonna hear people say, yo, like, that record really did something for me. I was going through it. Like how I felt about Pac's music when I used to listen to it. Like, listen to Pac, I'd be like, damn, bro, like, he really going through it. I'll be in the front of my work at my job and I'm like, yo, man, like, I really feel this because he's in tune. He's tapped in. You know what I'm saying? He's communicating with God a lot. You can hear it. You know, people who aren't, it's kind of empty. So yeah.
Well, let's talk about Forest Fire. Is it Forest Fire Radio? Am I saying that right?
You got it. That's right. Forest Fire Radio.
What led you to create Forest Fire Radio? And did you feel like there wasn't coverage being given to those that were up and coming or discovered? Like, what led you to create that?
Yeah, it's a mixture of that, and I think, like, I don't know, like the industry we're in, it's like dog eat dog, so it's like it's all about what you can do for me. So it's like, why not change that and make it like, what can we do for each other? So, you know, even through that, like a lot of times people were like contacting each other. They'll see each other on their names on there, reach out. They do people would be doing features with people they never thought they would have done features with, right? Even myself. right? So it was a good way for everybody to just come together as a community and just as a reminder, like, yo, we're God in this game. Like nobody really cares at the end of the day what artists truly have to go, because we all got our own problems. So if nobody cares, then we have to care, right? So strengthening that community is important.
See, that's what I've always discovered with artists, and even myself as a creator. I'm a creative person. I find myself with others that like, okay, there's only one seat at the table. There's not multiple seats, just one. I'm like, why do we have to fight that? Why do we have to believe that narrative? Why can't we believe that there's a seat for us all and us all being able to eat? So your Forest Fire Radio showcases that on like, hey, we are all here. We're all musicians. Let's all just thrive with each other and try to survive this game, because the industry is hard.
It's very tough. Yeah, we're all we got, man. Honestly, and like that's just a small testament to just society as a whole. Like we should be sticking together. We should be involved in community. We should be doing things that keep us together, not pull us apart. So, but you got to start in your own backyard, right? So what better way to start than what I'm doing today?
Well, are you going to have any more episodes of Forest Fire Radio? What's going on with it?
Hell yeah, we just dropped one, like, was it 2 days ago? I remember.
2 days ago.
Yeah, we just put it out. So appreciate y'all, go check that out. You feel me? Forest Fire Radio. We're gonna be doing some more mixes. Hopefully we can do some stuff like where it's like live. Like we did one a couple years ago where it was like everybody pulled up. We did like a live episode. It was super dope. Maybe this year we'll do it again. Maybe do it differently. I see people being like Pyramid Giza doing radio stuff. I'm like, man, yeah, we might have to get that vibe off or something like that one of these days.
Now tell me, when you look back at the beginning part of your music and you look back at you just getting into it, just trying to figure out yourself, and you come to today, what would you say in one word? How would you describe that journey?
Tough. Tough. Tough, man.
But rewarding.
Yeah, of course. Everything that's hard is rewarding,
Yeah.
But tough is definitely it. I hope people feel me on that. That's it.
So what would you tell yourself, someone that, because I know you had your low moments, but you were like, oh, I want to quit. What would you tell the younger k.forest in the game, trying to figure out themselves? What would you tell your previous self?
Make more mistakes. Like that's where you start to figure things out more. You can't play too like cautious and stuff like that. It's okay. Like you're young. Now obviously you don't want to make crazy mistakes where it's like it ruins your life, but make some mistakes, man. I mean, take more risks. So that's what I would say.
Do you find yourself taking more risks now?
Hell yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Every day. You got to take risks. If you don't take risks, you're just gonna stay in one spot, doing the same thing that you've been doing for the rest of your life. It's like, it's quiet for that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to roll these dice.
Well, how are we getting risky next? What is the next risk for us in music for k.forest?
Oh man, if I was a better man, I would say, a couple projects, some more videos. They're gonna start seeing this face, a little bit more often on the screen, and some more business ventures that I want to dabble into a little bit. That's gonna be overseas, that's a bit of a gamble. So some things like that, but all music oriented, of course.
See, that's the thing. You don't really like putting yourself on the screen. Is that correct?
Yeah, I be chilling. That's why I can see I got a bucket hat on right now. Like I'm low. Like, it's better just to be chill. Like, just be cool, man. Like, I being too in the front. Like, I like it, but maybe that's a risk I should take. Be more in the front.
I mean, you're an artist. You should be in the front. I mean, isn't it different? Like once you are in the front, is it different being in front on stage versus being in front on camera? Are those two different perspectives? Because you seem comfortable when you're with your audience, with your fans. Am I reading that different?
Oh no, I'm like, yeah, like if we have conversation and I'm talking to somebody, I'm chill, right? Like, but being in the front, it's like, how much do you want me to be in the front? Do you want me to show you what I'm taking my left leg and walking through the door and put it on Instagram? Like, do you want me to, what I'm saying? Do you want me to show you I'm washing my hands before I eat? Like, I'm just curious, So like, I don't know when it comes to that level, but yeah, like there's barriers and boundaries, like you let people in, but leave some mystery, right? Like, you know, like what does he like to eat? Like that's something like I feel like, you know, if I invite you out to dinner, you'll like it, enjoy it. These things are you get more of an experience that way. Mystery is amazing.
Well, tell me, what would you say to your supporters? I mean, you've been in the game for a minute. They have been, I guess, growing up with you in this music game, seeing the beginning of it all, and even the success of it all as it keeps going up and rising. What do you say to your supporters?
Thank you. Thank you for being here, dealing with my crazy self, and I appreciate them so much. Um, Look, I'm nothing without music. I'm nothing without you guys. So, you know, it sounds cliche. It's like, hi, mom, thank you for the Grammy. But it's like, I really am grateful for like all of this. Seriously, because man, I used to work at a warehouse, right? Like 10 years ago, right? So, like to be doing this full time, man, like, yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world, you know. And hopefully, I'm not taking it for granted. And if I am, you know, hopefully I can correct it. But I'm just grateful to be here, man. Honestly. So thank you.
Tell us where where people, my listeners, where they can find more about you and connect with you. How can they do that?
Sheesh. Yeah, you could do Instagram, YouTube. I ain't got no Twitter no more. Elon Musk ruined the game. No, I'm joking. You can find me on Thread. I'm everywhere. I got a chat. I got a chat called FFR Conglomerate. So if you go on like my bio on my Instagram, it's like right there. So you can just join it and you can just hear me just say random shit every now and then. And I'll just drop like music and stuff like that. I kind of wish I had like something that we could like talk like universally, like a whole gang of us, but we'll figure that out one day. But yeah, or even my website, k.forest.com. Go check it out and go check out that latest joint, La La La.
La La La. I tell you right now, La La La. I was talking about it before. You know, it gives you the influences of who he is now, and then his background, his upbringing, and it will make you say, okay, you might end up, you know, walking away singing patois. You never know. It might hit your spirit, and you out of nowhere are speaking patois. It's possible.
Anything is possible. Look, you learned a few words today. Like I even hear it in your lingo right now. You say you don't know. Is that what I heard? Yeah, what? Is that? I hear that right?
It ain't really there. As much as I want to, you know, like I said, I really want to say I can learn that language, but I can't. I just know that I love to hear it. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, I'm in love. It's a beautiful, beautiful language. I just don't know how to say it.
Oh, we gotta find you a crash course on TikTok. TikTok be teaching us how to do everything. We'll figure it out.
We gotta figure it out. Thank you so much, k.forest. Y'all know y'all gonna hear his songs on RnB Vibes. We're gonna play all the songs at this point. ONS. We're gonna play Sweet and Sour, 91. We're gonna play Thug Passion because thugs have feelings too. We're gonna do it all. So y'all get excited and get ready for that. That was Evan. I'm Ebony with k.forest. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.